What's going on? You already know what it is. Look, shaking the streets up. I wasn't going to get on and talk about this, you know what I mean? But I had to do it. Everybody talking about it. They talking about these Rolling Stone articles, everybody on Facebook talking about it. So, man, I'm getting ready to get on and talk about P. Diddy. Yeah, we getting ready to do it right here. You know what I'm saying? The dark side of Diddy, right? Now I got a couple of videos, maybe on this channel, maybe a couple of other channels or whatever. But I'm talking about Sean Combs, right? Now, when I was telling people that this dude was a straight up gangster and that he'll do whatever, it don't matter who it is, it don't matter male, who. When I said this dude was a gangster, people were like, yo, this dude ain't a gangster. He not. However, as time has progressed, we are starting to see that this guy has no limit to what he will do and what he won't do. You got what I'm saying? Now, when the R&B singer Cassandra Cassie Ventura filed sex trafficking claim and this type of lawsuit against Sean Puffy Combs in November of 2023, right? It triggered a lot of people in the hip hop community and outside of the hip hop community to have an opinion. And everybody was down in Cassie. They were saying, you know, she's a liar. She just want the money. She just reaching for the bag, etc., right? So nobody was really believing her for the most part, right? So I did a video. I'm like, look, what she's saying is probably true because, you know, Puff, he's something like a gangster. You know what I'm saying? He worse than whatever you think a gangster is. He just has no fear. You don't know that because you don't know how gangsters move, but I know how gangsters move. Yo, this guy he has a lawless type of mentality. You know? Because he was running with my mans back in D.C. in there. You know what I'm saying? And that was way before anybody knew him as Puffy, Puff Daddy, etc., etc. But anyway, man, shouts out to my peoples in D.C. But anyway. All right, so Cassie files a lawsuit against Diddy. She gets all types of negative publicity. Everybody was saying mad negative things about Cassie, right? Now, it also triggered what I'm gonna say a wide range of investigations into Puffy. You know, because Puffy, he is a billionaire businessman. He's a record mogul. He's a rapper. He is really an icon, right? So now I was looking at Rolling Stone, right? And they was talking about, you know, and interviewing people that, you know, were connected to Puffy, right? And, you know, of course, people are going to say whatever they got to say. And, you know, to try to, especially if you in hot water, to try to make it, they're going to allege different things like abuse, misconduct, etc., right? But one of the things that I'm noticing, right? What has sparked all of this outrage, right? And I want you to think, because it seems like people are not seeing the play. The federal government did a raid on Puffy, right? So boom, they found whatever they found, right? And then the federal government leaks a video to CNN. What's on this video? What's on the video is Puffy assaulting, or somebody that looks like Puffy assaulting a person that looked like Cassie or Cassie on video, right? Now, nobody is saying, yo, why did the government leak this video to CNN? Everybody, you know, because CNN, when they popped up, they like, yo, we just found this tape. We just got video. We got alarming. We've discovered alarming video of Sean Puffy Combs attacking. Da 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 da. It's like, what? Why you not seeing the play? Listen, this is how the government works. They got nice psychological tactics, psychological operations that people, I guess the regular people can't see. But if you've been a criminal and you know criminals, you know the play. You know how they try to convict you in the court of public opinion first. They convict you in the eyes of regular people first. So when they do whatever they do, even if they do it wrong, it don't matter. Because publicly, they've already convicted you. So the government leaks a tape to CNN. CNN plays Puffy doing whatever he doing to Cassie, boom, boom, boom. Now it sparks this mad, crazy outrage where people are so angry and everybody getting on and talking about how bad of a person Puffy Combs was. But listen, if you knew Puffy from back in the day, I'm talking about Howard University days. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about these crazy house parties, where people was getting shot up, people getting attacked and all that type of stuff, right? You know that lady getting attacked outside of a dorm, right? You know, Puffy beating bitches with belts and shit in public, right? The angry, maniacal madman talking crazy to mad people willing to do violence to everybody, right? Oh, but you don't know that dude, huh? Oh, okay, no doubt. Oh, okay, no doubt. Because you wasn't around in 2000, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, no doubt. So you don't know about him allegedly assaulting people, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, no doubt. I'm just wondering. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering. You know, there are reports of Puffy taking chairs and cracking them over people's head, leaving them in stitches, breaking people's arms. Ask Steve Stout. Punching people in the face. Ask Drake. You got what I'm saying? Like, it seems as if people are just acting like they are new to who Puffy is as an individual. I just saw Joe Budden on the Joe Budden podcast, right? And he was talking about Puffy. And he was talking about, the video that was released. And he was like, oh man, he was basically saying that this behavior offended him. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Now, Joe Budden, he's been accused of beating women too. You got what I'm saying? Assaulting women. Now, of course, Puffy been accused of assaulting everyone. In the bad boy offices, outside of the bad boy offices, Puffy is known to beat a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? And beat a nigga too. You understand what I'm saying? So right now, Puffy, he has always been known as a person that has a history of violent outbursts. You got what I'm saying? Not just women accusers, Well, I'm going to talk about Joe Budden before I get to these women accusers. Hopefully I can stay on track though. So Joe Budden, he's talking about Puffy like his behavior is so surprising. He's so disgusted. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, you from the city where people will shoot you over and over and over. You fall dead on the concrete, brain hanging out, and nobody called the paramedics, yo. But they'll take your Air Force Ones off your feet. They'll take the money in your pocket. They'll take your chain. They'll take everything that you got on. And by the time the paramedics or the ambulance get there, or the police, fire department, whoever, the only thing you'll see is a dead, naked body. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of time we living in. We living in the type of time where nothing matters. So I'm not understanding all of the outrage at Puffy when people are getting knocked off a day. They getting their brains thrown out their face every day. I'm not understanding it. How many people did Jeffrey Epstein get off of this planet? So I'm not understanding all of this selective anger. You so angry? You so angry at Puffy, huh? Okay, so when Cassie was talking to Puffy and Puffy was already had a baby mama named Kim or ex-wife or wife or whatever you want to call her, whatever the status you want to put her in, whatever box label. When she was talking to Puffy and Puffy was abusing Kim Porter in front of Cassie and Cassie was abusing Kim, where was this outrage? People that's around Kim or people who knew her at that time, rest in peace, they talk about it. Nobody was talking about it. So when I hear Joe Budden saying all of this crazy stuff, I'm just looking at him like, yo, man, we can pull your jacket and we know who you are. So what are you trying to act like you so surprised and like you so shocked? Dude, you're not shocked about nothing. So what's up with all this selective in the moment anger? I don't get it. I done seen everybody. Yo, when I seen the video, it didn't look like I wasn't on some, whoa, wow, oh man, this is just so violent. He pulled her down. He kicked her. This is textbook abuser. So what's the issue? I'm really not understanding the issue. I'm just not. I'm trying to understand the issue, but I'm really not understanding the issue. I'm just not. It's just, it's getting me a little aggravated. And I've been letting this situation breathe for a while, but I gotta get on and just talk about all kind of things that's popping up into my mind. But like I said, he could have pulled a ratchet out. She could have been brainless. He could have left her right there on the floor. He ain't do that. He looked as if he was angry about something, and it looked like it was some type of disrespect, and it looked as if she violated and stepped over some rules that she shouldn't have violated and shouldn't have stepped on. Now, I'm on social media, of course, and everybody got an opinion. Everybody talking like people don't get beat the fuck up. I'm not understanding how you don't understand that people get beat the fuck up, people get pounded the fuck out, people get shot up every day. And he ain't do none of that to her. So I'm not understanding what's up with all these judges, man. I don't get it. I'm trying to understand it, but I don't get it. And I'm getting a little disturbed with all these people who talking like Puffy ain't just being himself. And people talking like, oh, this is so egregious and this is so outrageous, etc., right? But when kids are being unalived in the Gaza Strip, when kids are getting abused and unalived in America, in homes in America, in group homes in America, in orphanages in America, everybody is silent. The court system fumbles the family over and over in America. Law enforcement unaliving you consistently almost every single day in America, and you stand in violence No, my bad. You stand in silence because you afraid to stand in violence because that's all you around. All you are around are individuals who are being violent. That's all. And you're acting as if you are so shocked that Sean Puffy Combs is being abusive to some female that was abusive to him and abusive to his ex-wife. Rest in peace. What are you talking about? All this selective anger. I'm telling you, man, it's ridiculous. Okay, so let's get back to these ladies, though. There are females right now, right? And they say that they are breaking their silence, right? I'm talking about females. I think it's like 3 or 4, but I'm gonna say 3 because that's what I had read online. 3 females who filed sexual assault lawsuits against Sean Puffy Combs, right? And they were sharing their story with Rolling Stone. Who the fuck is Rolling Stone? Who even gives a fuck about who Rolling Stone is and what the fuck they do or any of that? I don't know. I really don't know. Joy Dickerson Neal, Crystal McKinney, they expressing their, I guess their thoughts on Sean Puffy Combs. They go on television. They go online and go in interviews and they say, you know what? We want Puffy to be held accountable for his actions. They say that they fighting for justice and they not fighting for money. What the fuck is that? What the fuck does that mean? When Cassie alleged that Puff assaulted her and did all these wrong things to her, what is the first thing that she did? She sued for like $40 million, $30 million, right? Now, of course, the next day, since I guess Puffy knew what he did, he hit it with the 30 mils, right? He hit it with them 30 M's, boom. Hit it with that hush money, boom, boom, boom. And she got to shutting the fuck up, right? She went right back in her place, which is in the corner, shutting the fuck up. That bitch wasn't wanting no motherfucking justice. That bitch was wanting a motherfucking bag. So when these bitches talking about, oh, you know what? We just want justice. What the fuck? What the fuck you talking about? You want justice in America? No, bitch. You don't want that. Nah, you don't want that at all. You want that money. Justice ain't in America. Justice don't live in America. America wasn't even motherfucking founded on justice. What the fuck are you talking about? Who the fuck are you talking to? See, you talk to these stupid, shallow-minded people who just believe anything, who live in a world, a social media world. See, you motherfuckers live in this social media world where you can look down on people and judge everything they do like you some fucking perfect person when you ain't shit. That's where you live. You live on, oh, yo, he wouldn't do that. Oh, that man put his hands on a woman. What the fuck is you talking about? There's a lot of real dudes who don't put their hands on men and women. So what the fuck is you talking about? If a dude can't handle his emotion and he get emotional for whatever reason, then he make emotional decisions. Just like Puffy in that video. It don't have nothing to do with being a man. It don't have nothing to do with being a woman. Somebody made an emotional decision. Somebody got overly emotional and then they made an emotional decision. That's what it looked like to me. But what I don't understand is you motherfuckers act like you something perfect. You act like you something. You really acting like you something. And I don't know who the fuck you are. And you don't gotta know who the fuck I am. Cause I'm not acting like I'm something that I'm not. I'm a motherfucking imperfect ass motherfucker. I'm a nigga that done did all kind of fucked up shit. So who the fuck are you to even look at his situation or look at whoever's situation and think you got something to say? Yo, shut the fuck up, mind your motherfucking business. But it's easy to be on fucking social media and have a fucking opinion about motherfuckers and have an opinion about shit that ain't none of your fucking business and just have a fucking opinion. Social media has made it so easy for motherfucking cowards to get online in front of a camera and say all kind of crazy shit that they would never say to you in person. Do you know why they wouldn't say that shit in person? Because they'll get their fucking brain blown the fuck out. That's why. You ever wonder why these record executives will pay all of these employees, but they call these employees rappers, to talk about the death, the destruction, the violence that they are committing, robberies they're committing, murders that they're committing, all the wrong things that they are committing, and all the heinous, horrible acts that they are doing in real life. They speak from experience, and you loving the shit. You loving the shit. I seen Megan Thee Stallion, right? I'm in Houston. I went to a Megan Thee Stallion concert, right? This Megan Thee Stallion was talking about being a hoe, talking about being a bitch. She was talking about just having sex with this guy. And all of these females were singing the songs, jumping up and down to it. Don't talk to me like you something better, because you ain't shit. The music you listening to ain't shit. The music that you listen to tell you that you ain't shit. You like the music that ain't shit. And then you angry about motherfuckers doing things that show that they ain't shit. Your actions show that you nothing. You look at people who show you that they nothing. They tell you that they nothing. And then you expect something. I'm just not understanding it. I just don't understand it. So, I'm looking at this Rolling Stone shit, right? I'm looking at these people who I'm reading about and looking at shit. Motherfuckers talking about Puff Daddy was jealous of Tupac. And he was mad about Tupac's friendship with the Notorious Big, right? He was saying that Puffy viewed Tupac Shakur, rest in peace to Biggie and Pac, they were saying that Puffy was kind of jealous of Tupac Shakur and Biggie being kind of so cool with each other. You got what I'm saying? So he was basically a professional, jealous, obsessed person with a lot of deep insecurities, right? They're painting Puffy to being controlling, manipulative person, right? They was talking about him being in a relationship with Jennifer Lopez. It just went on a tirade on how Puff had basically a criminal network of individuals who would hide crimes and cover for his threatening behavior. Now, I remember when Biggie got murdered, right? They even was talking about that, right? They were saying that Puffy didn't really care about Big. And I heard this before. Talking about how Puffy had to capitalize on the Notorious Big and his murder. So what'd he do? Pushed out an album, right? Now, a lot of people who were cool with Puff at that time and the music world in general, they was like, no. We not cool with that, right? But, hey, Puff released the album. Hey, we all know that death that dead rappers generate more income. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So now we thinking about Puffy, right? They talking about, he at Bad Boy, right? Because I'm noticing online, with Vlad TV and a lot of other people, they're talking about this. A lot of Bad Boy former employees, right? They're talking about the toxic work environment or hostile work environment that Puff Daddy created, right? Now, people talking about, Puffy known for having this bad temper. He known for firing employees. Did I say firing? Man, I tell you, man, it be pissing me off. Like, if I get on camera and I don't speak how I want to speak, oh, man, just be pissing me off. You know what I'm saying? It just got me heated right quick. Got me tight over here. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, though. You know what I'm saying? So, from what I be reading online, right? So, a lot of the artists, employees, and people who were around Bad Boy during this time, they felt manipulated. They felt exploited. And a little bit, I can understand that thinking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that. But what I can't understand is when you have a fallout with Puffy, now y'all not on the same page, right? You mad. Now that's when you want to talk about some craziness. That's when you want to talk about what he doing wrong, etc. Oh, how he just this bad person. But yo, why was you there? Why was you there? You know why you was there? You was there to reap the benefits of the fortune and the fame, the lights, the cameras, the action, the money. But then when that dried up for you, because of whatever reason, maybe Puffy was doing you wrong. Because Mark Curry, right? I remember him being affiliated with Bad Boy for a long stretch of time, you know what I'm saying? He stopped dealing with Puff, and he was like, yo, man, I was supposed to drop albums, I was supposed to do this, that, and the third, but yo, this dude was just bad for my career. You got what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But like I said, man, I just got on to talk about that Rolling Stone investigation into Sean P. Diddy Combs. You got what I'm saying? Because it's getting on my nerves. Everybody just talking about Puffy, and they just talking from a crazy perspective, in my opinion. They talking about, Puffy having this history of violence, being a manipulator, and he's been violent his whole career. And that's a duh. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on Bad Boy during the whole Bad Boy reign, everybody was violent. Everyone. Listen. He had Total. They were violent. He had Biggie Smalls. He was violent. He had the Locks. The Locks, they violent. He had the possibility of signing X. DMX was violent. Rest in peace. Craig Mack was violent. Mary J. Blige, she was violent. See, it's like everybody, you not knowing what's going on. You coming from the perspective of, yeah, I'm gonna judge this dude. Yo, all he has done is be around violence. What are you talking about? All he is violence. That's what Puffy is. He's violent. Oh, I forgot about Murder Mace. Oh, you just know him as Mason Betha. Huh? Okay, no doubt. Well, Murder Mace, complete violence. He been outside since he was like 9, 10 years old. Complete violence. See, a lot of times, and this is why everybody is so tripping out over Puffy right now. You have let somebody understanding the code and understanding how to code switch fool your mind into thinking that they were something that they wasn't. Puff knew how to code switch better than anybody. The major problem that I'm seeing in this mainstream media is that you don't even know how to stay on code. I didn't say condone, support violence against anyone, but you don't know how to stay on code. You don't know how to do what the police tell you to do initially. You don't know how to exercise your right to remain silent because you don't understand what a code is. You don't have a code of ethics. You don't have a code of honor. And a lot of motherfuckers look just like you and they don't have a code either. All they gotta do is look like you. And guess what? You the first person to say they did something wrong. But if they don't look like you the first person to say to take up for them and defend them. You get me? Because you don't got a code. But anyway, like I said, I had to get on and talk about this Rolling Stone investigation of Sean P. Diddy Combs, talking about his disturbing behavior and all this abuse and violence, and talking about from them early college years, what I'm saying, at Howard, to him being in a very corporate environment. I'm just noticing how the government, you can't see the play. They got you so overwhelmed with so many different things. Besides you already struggling financially. You in a struggle, so they got you, I'm telling you, they got your mind. So you can't even see the play. You can't even see all the things that they doing right now. You don't even know who your councilman is. You don't even know who your congressman is. I bet you don't even know about the House of Representatives and what they doing right now. The decisions that the Senate making right now for you. Oh, no. You just focus on Puff, okay? You just focus on Puff. Wake your motherfucking ass up. God damn. If they paint a picture of a troubled person who uses power and influence to control, damage, harm, and to silence people around him, what does that sound like? It sounds like he the government. That's what it sounds like to me. So now I'm seeing all these growing number of allegations and this pattern of misconduct or negative behavior. And it seems as if people are angry, right? And it seems as if they want money. They don't want to hold anyone accountable. And the reason why they don't want to hold anyone accountable, because you so quick to judge a motherfucker, you can't even hold yourself accountable. You don't even do what the fuck you supposed to do. How the fuck you looking at this nigga? Or that nigga? Nigga. They hate you. And you can't even see the play because you don't even know the code and you can't stick to the code. You can't even remain silent. You gotta say something. Now, I've always heard that power can corrupt people, right? And maybe power does corrupt. Even the people who are celebrated in the public eye. And I'm certain those people who have the power and the influence, they can misuse their influence and cause harm to other people. But you know, there is strength in numbers, right? Now, I understand that you want to rally against Puffy, but understand that there are strength in numbers. So I see a couple of these people coming forward and they're alleged victims. And they say, oh, you know, we want justice. We don't want money. We want. Okay, so why come forward now? If you shut the fuck up then, won't you shut the fuck up now? Won't you create a movement of people? Create a movement and hold everybody accountable for what they do or what they fail to do. You're being like the Feds though. You want to seize people property so you can go on your little witch hunt. Find whatever you need to find and then leak it to the public. And now they looking at this person like they bad. But look who leaked the information. They even worse. It ain't no accountability when you have selective anger in different situations. Look into your own life. You can see your persistent misconduct. But look into the world. You always see consistent and persistent misconduct by people in a position of power and influence. But what do? Do you protect the victims? No, you don't. Do you care about their long-lasting trauma? No, you don't. There are a lot of victims right now who have been devastated by some of the decisions that Congress have made, the House of Representatives have made. When the Supreme Court stepped on affirmative action, where was your outrage? Your outrage probably didn't even exist. So when you act like people are victims and they're psychologically devastated and their personal path and their professional path has been permanently damaged, I find it difficult to believe you. But I'm gonna say this. Even though this darkness has been uncovered from P. Diddy, right? I don't be knowing what to call the motherfucker. The motherfucker, I'm P. Diddy, I'm P, I'm Brother Love, I'm Diddy, I'm oh, man, shit, Sean, I'm Sean John, shit, I don't know what to call Puff. Big dark cloud over his head right now, right? The government is playing you. I don't think that you need to accept violence and injustice. Nope. I think you should do something about it. So are you going to collectively come together and stand for truth, justice, freedom, and equality? See, if you can do that, then you can inspire change. You can heal people. You can create a platform. You can create a foundation that's strong and that supports one another. Because if you can create a platform like that, then guess what? Then your voice matters. You can create a safer world by creating a safe community. And you hold people accountable in your own community. You ain't gonna ever be able to leave it up to the American court system to deliver you justice. The people who took freedom and damaged justice, you think that they're gonna give you justice? No. You're gonna have to create your own accountability. You create your own justice by creating a strong community. That's how you pave the way for the future, where people can live in environments with no fear. Now, like I said about Puff, he is a person that knows how to code switch, right? Now, a lot of times when you're talking about Black Americans, they have to code switch. And when they code switch, it's not to fit in. Puff has had a super ability to navigate spaces that are underrepresented. That's why he is a code switch master. You get what I'm saying? I hope you understand it. I really hope you can understand what I'm saying. But for a lot of people who look like me, and they work in corporate America, or they work in environments that require them to change their speech pattern up, requires them to not use the slang or the vernacular that they would normally use. They gotta switch it up. The constant need to adjust is normal, it's life. It might be exhausting, it might be alienating, but look, that's just the reality when you're dealing with certain type of employees that look like me. It may affect their mental health. It may, they may be not okay with job satisfaction, but I'm telling you, when I tell you code switching is a prevalent, pervasive, and prominent practice, man, that was alliteration. Bars. Okay, sorry. Just used a lot of P's right there. He just popped up in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Pop. Prevalent. Okay, anyway, sorry, my bad. I'm stupid like that. But it just has to happen in corporate America, in the Americanized workplace. People have to modify their appearance, they have to modify their speech, and then a lot of times they have to modify their behavior to fit in and avoid the negative stereotypes that are kind of associated with them as individuals. You got what I'm saying? Now, if you live or work in corporate America, then you already know it's just what you got to do for career advancement. And a lot of times you have to do that for personal safety. Got what I'm saying? Now, for some people, you won't feel like it's your authentic self when you switch codes. And that's normal. You got what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, look, man, there's a lot of bias in the workplace. There's a lot of bias in corporate America. So you gotta recognize those biases and understand that you have to code switch to eliminate those biases in the workplace. I'm just saying. Or in corporate America. Sometimes, or with certain people that you call friends, or if they call you a friend. I'm just saying. We don't live in a world, and we don't live in a society, especially if you live in America. You don't live in a society that promotes inclusivity, diversity, equity. They don't even have like inclusion initiatives in the workplace. They got tokenism. I want you to Google tokenism and type in Malcolm X. He got a great analogy of what tokenism is. But I'm telling you, man, we're going to have to create our own communities. And then if we can do that, create open conversations about race, identity, and the challenges of being in corporate America. Because I'm telling you, man, it seems as if people are not acknowledging the biases that force people to code switch. And I'm telling you, man, when I tell you these biases, they go so unnoticed that it looks as if it's a normal society, but it's not. It really is not. We don't live in a society that promotes being inclusive, or promotes people giving genuine effort and dedicating genuine energy and creating diversity or equity or inclusion. I don't care who you work for or what your organizational values is. We just don't live in that type of time, because we live in a world where people don't even want to have an open dialogue about race. They don't want to have an open dialogue about identity. But then they'll allow grown men and women to say and believe that they are a rhinoceros. It's like, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? It's just, like I said, man, it's just a very bad situation. And Puffy made me think about that. So I just had to get on. I might get on, you know what I'm saying, and talk about all this crazy stuff some more. But I'm telling you, this was getting on my mind. It's been on my mind, you know what I'm saying? It's been weighing down because it's been all over the news. I'm so tired of this selective outrage. All these people who on some, oh, Puffy, he's so bad. He's so bad what? Because he beat a bitch the fuck up? Bitches get beat the fuck up all day, every day. What the fuck are you talking about? Why you so mad? Like, people get unalived every single day. And he didn't even do Cassie dirty how he could have done him. He could have did a greasy for real. To me, he looked like he had a lot of sympathy. Now, to the regular person, I guess, mind, oh, that's so horrible. To my mind, I'm like, damn, that dude showed a lot of restraint. He showed a lot of mercy. Because it looked like he wanted to beat a bitch the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? But he didn't. He exercised some restraint. Now, he may have been dealing with psychological issues. He may not even remember that he did that because he was drunk. Because during that time period, everybody knew that Puffy was a drunkard during that time. So he was drunk, and during that time, he went to Alcoholics Anonymous and all of that type of stuff. So a lot of people, they mad at Cash, like, yo, why'd you forget that? Why'd you forget? Like, yo, maybe because he was fucked up. He was drunk. He did some shit that he shouldn't have did. And then he went to try to create a solution for it. See, what kills me with some of you motherfuckers out here is that you motherfuckers love pointing to problems and never being a solution, never pointing to a solution, never altering, never offering a solution, just pointing to problems. You motherfuckers is problematic. You don't do shit with your fucking life. So how the fuck you gonna tell another motherfucker who doing something with their life how to do whatever they doing with their life? Why don't you shut the fuck up and do whatever you supposed to do with your motherfucking life? How about that, motherfucker? You ever thought about that? Oh, no, you ain't think about that, right? Oh, yeah, the reason why you ain't think about that, because it's so easy to be behind a motherfucking keyboard and say, oh, yeah, you should have did this, you're a loser. All right, man. I'm saying I think I think I done did enough, man. This shit pissing me off, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, step down off your high horse. Get a motherfucking code of ethics. Get a motherfucking code and stick to the motherfucking code. Because you the only people that just can't understand that you gotta have a fucking code. Shut the fuck up. God damn. You think you what? What are you so good at? What are you so better at, whoever then? You all up in the sky, huh? Mind your business. That's all I'm gonna say to that, man. Peace.